your screen in the Biddeford. Adams, Knight, Schultz, and Justin Rosberg. I mean, he's huge.
He's 6'3", 250 pounds. Adams, number 54, is a 220-pounder. Schultz, the fullback, 205, as you see. They will receive.
Gary Bovai out there. He's 6'1", 240. I think that's just to, you know, make it a little bit equal, a little bit. Poor Ray Magnet is out there.
Yeah, he's 140. 5'8", 140 pounds.
And Frothingham has deceptive. He's 5'8", but he's 185, and he's as tough as they come for a guy who's 5'8", 185.
Well, Biddeford, you know, down through the years has come up with football players like this. They've got a linebacker in Neil Bolduc. He's 5'7". He's 145 pounds, but he's a hitter.
That's exactly right. Well, they spend a lot of time in that weight room, and it pays off because they know they have to play 8, 9 games a year, that they're going to be here in the big games, and they're going to want to make those big hits, and that's where the strength and all those hours in the weight room in the offseason pay off on games like this afternoon. They play for a Western Maine championship, and they've played in a few over the years.
They sure have. Sean DeRocher will tee it up at the 40-yard line. Deep for the Hawks. On the far side, Steve Knight. On the near side, number 24, Jason Cast. Biddeford leading in the football game, 8-7. DeRocher will kick into this wind, but as we said, it has not really affected the kicking game. We thought on one pass play, Goulet had a pass held up into the wind, but that's been about the extent of it. We'll see what happens here as DeRocher will approach it and kick it away. They'll squib it. They don't want Knight to get his hands on it. One of the upmen, this is Schultz again, and he's hit as he crosses the 30-yard line. He gets out to about the 32-yard line where Marshwood goes 1st and 10 to get this third period underway.
Well, again, I think Marshwood still has to establish the run. They really still have to break Steve Knight loose in this game. He's the guy who got them here. He's their game-breaking back. And they've got to run him they've got to get him the football again.
Ends in tight, wing near side of the field. This is Knight in motion. Rarely do they show motion. Straight ahead, Schultz running rooms. He breaks free and gets it out across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. I'll tell you, they got an ankle or else he was gone.
They got an ankle, and they also had an official down there who had tripped and was almost in the way of Abel Schultz. Will take a look at it again. Big hole opened up on the left side. Schultz was able to scoot through it as he goes right through this. The official taking a dive, and I think the official's the guy who tripped up Abel Schultz, so he was gone.
All right, he got it out to the 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1. This time it's Kerrigan going in motion. They come from the I formation. They give to Knight. Knight off left tackle, tripped up. Nice play by the guy I was talking about.
Neil
Bolduc, number 30, 145 pounds, and he makes the hit on 5'11", 195-pounder Steve Knight.
And it's a loss on the play, Frank, of about a yard.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd and almost 2. As Schnobrecht is into the lineup now, number 84 with a play from the sidelines. All right, here come the Hawks. Ends in tight, wing near side of the field. Gordon straight ahead to Knight, and he didn't get it. They nailed him at about the 41-yard line. It looks like Biddeford is held here in the first series of downs to start this third period.
Oh, and that's big momentum on the side of Biddeford, too, right now. Marshwood's going to be forced to punt it back to the Tigers. Of course, it's only a one-point game, Frank, but still, every possession is going to be important in this game now, here in the second half.
Well, especially if you're going to run the ball, you're going to run off a lot of clock.
That's right. Both these teams have been able to do that. Pretty much equal time of possession, though, in that first half.
Knight punting. Tardif and Magnet back in double safety. They'll try to keep it away from Magnet, I would assume. This will be Tardif watching it bounce and roll to around the 26-yard line. So Biddeford will take over 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line.
Well, now let's see what the Tigers' offense can do. Marshwood's offense did nothing their first possession of the second half. Again, Chris Goulet only one completion in that first half. It went to Ray Magnet for 36 yards. That helped set up their first score of the game. Goulet came into this game with over 1,500 yards through the air this season.
All right. Goulet, as we said, 63% he threw the football at this year. Here comes LeBlanc. He's wide near side. Magnet is in motion to the near side. On first down, they go to their fullback, St. Ange. Very little there as he gets it out to about the 27, maybe the 28-yard line.
Too bad Goulet didn't keep that ball because he was wide open as he came around there. Great fake that time by Goulet into the, just to hold on to that fake that he had the ball. Give it off to St. Onge in the middle.
All right, McDermott coming in from the sideline. Number 32 will bring a play in from the sidelines. Talking with Goulet now, and then they both enter the huddle. McDermott and J.D. Beaulieu alternate and bring plays in. LeBlanc comes wide near side of the field. Wishbone, second down, call it 9. Man in motion is McDermott. Goulet fakes, wants to throw. Sets up, throwing long over the middle. He's got DeRocher, and it's going to be incomplete as he juggled it. Boy, that would have been a magnificent catch because Parent, I think, got a hand on it first. But DeRocher almost made the juggling catch at the 45-yard line of Marshwood.
Well, that time, Jason Parent, we'll take a look at it again. Jason Parent and Sean DeRocher both had a shot at this football. Goulet had time. He takes a hit right there. Didn't even know what happened to it after he let go of the football. DeRocher and Parent. DeRocher finally loses it off his knee. Would have been a great catch.
Oh, would have been a sensational catch. As here come the Tigers now in a 3rd and 9 from their own 27-yard line. Goulet straight back this time. Pumps. Throwing sideline. He's looking for little Ray Magnet. It's off his fingertips as he got in behind Parent. They had drew double coverage, but I think they caught him in the fingertips along that far sideline. And a little bit of conversation with Parent and Magnet on the way back.
Well, they've been going at it all game long, along with Chris Glidden back there. Mike Adamits that time. Great rush on Chris Goulet. Made Goulet release that ball. Maybe hurried it a little bit, but he took a pop. Mike Adamits just threw his blocker off him and was right in Chris Goulet's face.
Magnet now deep in his own territory, punting from around his own 15-yard line. Gets a pretty good kick away again, and this will be Knight. Knight fields it at the 38-yard line to the 45. He's to midfield. He's still on his feet at the 45, and down he goes finally at the 41-yard line.
Well, that'll warm up Steve Knight a little bit there as he gets to run the football about 25, 32 yards on the return. And that was Steve Knight. Broke 2 tackles that time. There were 2 different Biddeford players who had shots at him. Good
Watch how he cruises. He just cruises along.
Doesn't look like he's running. He's watching.
Follows his blocking so beautifully.
Watch to see where his blockers is there.
And then when he has to, brother, he breaks tackles.
Right there.
All right, call the line of scrimmage to 41, the Biddeford 41-yard line. They go from an I. Now Knight in motion. First down play straight ahead. Schultz is going to be wrapped up and down after a gain of maybe a yard as he got it close to the 40-yard line.
Brian
number 70. Yeah, Brian Provinci.
6 foot 260, just grabbed a hold of Abel Schultz. I want to tell you, there's a lot of forces working there with Schultz and Provinci.
Hardly any gain at all. We'll call it 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage looks to be about the 41-yard line. Gordon brings his club out, ends in tight. Double wing situation. And again, they send Knight in motion. And this time it is to Knight trying to get it to the outside. He does. It turns the corner, and he stumbles forward to about the 35-yard line before number 50, Frothingham, is over to make the hit.
Chris Frothingham, good job just to get over there and make that hit. We'll take a look at it again. Steve Knight bounces off tacklers. Spots one, moves away from one, gets away from Ray Magnet. That's an arm tackle by Ray Magnet, and that's not going to happen. And Willett popped him, and then Knight finally is down.
So they move it to the 35-yard line. We've got a 3rd and 4 set up right now. Marshwood in Biddeford territory, and again, Knight comes in motion off the wing. On the counter, he goes back to Kerrigan. He's got some running room. He hits it across the 30 and inside the 30-yard line and picks up the first down.
Big hole opened up that time by the Marshwood line on that little counter play that they've run so effectively all year long. This afternoon, they've run it twice, and it's picked up 2 first downs. Here it is again. Knight, the handoff inside goes to Kerrigan. He's following K.C. Powers through the line. Kerrigan picks up the first down before he's brought down on the play by Neil Bolduc, who's probably had 10 tackles in this game.
First down, 26-yard line. Straight ahead, Abel Schultz inside the 25, busts his way to about the 22-yard line. Now Marshwood moving that football on the ground.
Well, that's how they got here, Frank. They rushed for 2,935 yards as a team, and Biddeford has called a timeout. So with the score, Biddeford leading 8-7, will take a timeout.
The Atlantic salmon, for 1,000 years or more, they came up these rivers to spawn. Then the waters became polluted. and the fish stopped coming. And that concerned many of us.
In time, the Clean Waters Act was passed.
Oh!
Today, the fish are returning in ever-increasing numbers. This is the way it was meant to be.
And this is the way we should keep it. See you next year, old buddy. To those who work for a better environment, we at Nissen say, well done.
All right, the Marshwood Hawks, Jimmy, trying to put a drive together here. Abel Schultz has been a key. 13 carries, 58 yards unofficially thus far.
And Biddeford's done such a great job of shutting down Steve Knight. Obviously, they keyed on Knight all week long in preparation for this. Maybe they neglected to look at Abel Schultz. I mean, that's why this team is so such a dynamite team, such an explosive team. They've got two backs that are explosive and can break tackles and run you over. And of course, by the end of the football game, after you take a beating from their front four, they're going to wear you down and they're going to break even more tackles. So they become even more effective backs as the game wears on. And that makes Abel Schultz a more punishing runner than Steve Knight, who's more of a slashing breakaway back and a breakaway threat.
All right, right now, Marshwood has the football. We'll call it the 22-yard line of Biddeford, a 2nd and 6 situation. They come this time with the wingback, Harrigan, set to the near side of the field. He ends in tight. They put Knight in motion again, and they come straight ahead to their fullback, and here he goes again. Just rips free of a tackler. He is going to go touchdown. I think Abel Schultz.
I think they're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line.
Yep, they're going to put him down at the 1.
Abel Schultz, though, I'll tell you, the Biddeford defense almost stole the ball away. Now watch, Chris Frothingham goes in motion. He's following Steve Knight. Abel Schultz comes through a hole, breaks a tackle right there. Watch, I think that's Pat Willett who tries to steal the ball away.
No, it's Poisson.
Right there, Poisson tries to steal the ball away from Schultz. Finally,
yeah, he is down.
Down right before the goal line goes Abel Schultz. Now it's 1st and goal for the Hawks.
And Gordon on the keeper goes straight ahead for the touchdown. Jeff Gordon in for the touchdown, and Marshwood regains the lead.
Still plenty of time to play here in the 3rd quarter, 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Marshwood has taken a timeout. And I have a feeling they're going to discuss a 2-point play, Frank.
Yeah, because right now, as you see, they lead it 13-8. Is Watton going to take the timeout? He's going out. We'll take a timeout with the score. Marshwood 13, Biddeford 8.
You bet I've got questions about saving
money. Can I get a good return without too much risk? I don't need surprises. I need advice.
But I don't know where to turn for help.
I'm just plain tired of taking chances.
When you have tough questions about saving money,
we've got the answer.
All types of plans,
We've got the answer.
plus insured safety,
We've got the answer.
only at your credit union.
Save at the Government Employees Credit Union office nearest you.
All right, 13-8. Marshwood has regained the lead as they put a drive together here.
5 plays, 41 yards, in a minute 50. All right.
All right, they took their timeout. We'll see if they go for the 2. Biddeford did and took the lead in the 1st period. They're going for 2. They come out that power I formation now. KC split way right, far to the left side of Snowbrick. And this is Knight, and Knight will bull his way in for the 2 extra points.
Oh, and that time he just followed the blocking of Corey Carrigan and Abel Schultz. And look at him surround Steve Knight. Now, that's the type of team this Marshwood team is, too, Frank. Here, we'll take a look at it again. He just follows Abel Schultz and Steve Knight. Look at that hole. Boom. One-on-one against a defensive secondary player like Pat Willett. Knight's just going to run him over, and Knight goes in for 2 points. And, you know, it all started with that punt return by Steve Knight, Frank.
That's right.
32 yards, and now, like I said, that kind of got the juices flowing for Steve Knight, and that transfers over to the entire front 4, the front line, I mean, the front 5 of Marshwood. Weber and Edwards and Rosberg.
Now, the key now is you got to look for Biddeford to respond. They're trailing now 15-8. There's 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining to play in 3rd period.
Keep in mind that they responded after Marshwood scored first in this game and marched it right back down and took the lead.
Adamance will kick it off. Magnet, one of the deep men, Bollier, and McDermott will flank it. Adamance kicks it, and a pretty good one. And this is Magnet trying to come right straight up the middle, looking for a little blocking. Can't find any. And down he goes out across the 30 at about the 32-yard line.
Oh, the Hawks are fired up. What a great atmosphere this is for high school football, too, Frank. Fans, you know, circling the field. Got to have 5,000 plus here. Not as big a crowd as there were the first time these two teams met. But I've got to figure there are a few people watching this game at home, too.
All right, Chris Groulet will bring it in here. He sends LeBlanc. Split to the far side of the field. They'll go from that wishbone. Bollier goes in motion. First down play. And they've got some running room here for Ray Magnet. Magnet out across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Gain of almost 5 yards on the play. It'll be second down for Biddeford. Biddeford did respond, as you said.
Both games they were able to respond to every challenge from Marshwood. Maybe not as much in the first game. They came up a little short. But certainly in this game.
McDermott in with the play from the sideline. Line of scrimmage, the 37. Biddeford in their own territory. Magnet wide to the far side of the field. LeBlanc splits to the near side. Second down play at about 5 from their own 37. The throw is going to be complete and dropped.
Oh, and a flag. I think I saw. No, that wasn't a flag.
No, it was just a pop.
Oh, Mike Landry is hot on the far sideline. He is jumping up and down. I think he wanted a flag. That hit did come a little bit late.
Well, I don't think so, Jimmy, to be honest with you.
Okay.
You're in motion to make the play, and
Coach Mike Landry wanted it, I'll tell you that. He
sure
jumped
did.
about 8 feet.
All right, play coming in from the sideline. Let's quickly go down to Tom Caron.
Thank you, Frank. Good news from Bowdoin. Stu Foster, the official who collapsed, is in Brunswick Regional Hospital. He is in stable but critical condition after an apparent heart attack. So good news. Back up to you.
All right, Tom. Third down situation here now as Goulet drops straight back to throw. Now rolls right, sets up. He's throwing down that sideline again, and it's going to be thrown wide and out of bounds. No chance for LeBlanc, and pretty good coverage over there one more time by Kerrigan this time.
Oh, that's right, but there's a good reason for him to rush that throw. Chad Sylvester and Abel Schultz were in Chris Goulet's face that time. Another pressure, another hurry caused by the Marshwood defense on the Biddeford quarterback, Chris Goulet.
So Biddeford now forced to punt from their own 37-yard line. Double safety again, remember.
1 for 11.
Steve Knight and Jason Cast. Magnet will get another beautiful kick away. Knight will go back, grab it off at about the 24-yard line, and he's going to be down right there as he cuts across the 25 out to about the 27.
Good tackle back there.
Letellier gets down there quickly. Number 65 in on the hit.
You see what I like about these two teams, though, Frank? Even though there's a big hit there, they didn't come up pointing at each other and saying in your face or anything like that. Just, hey, good football.
Well, they're spotted at the 27-yard line. Marshwood now leading at 15-8. And, of course, they'll look to eat up a chunk of that clock now. 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining to play in the third period. Gordon to the second man. This is Knight. He's got a little running room. He's out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
Well, he followed the block of Justin Rosberg through the line. It comes up and pats his running back on the back there at the beginning of the season. The line of Scott Weber, Justin Rosberg, and Scott Edwards all promised Steve Knight one thing. They said, Steve, we're going to get you a Fitzpatrick trophy. He is the front runner. He's got 1,200 yards coming into this game.
He needed 73 yards in this game to break his own single-season rushing record. Line of scrimmage now to 32. Second and 5. Picks up in the backfield, but I think Kerrigan has fallen on the football.
Yep. I think Corey Kerrigan fell on that football, alert in the backfield. I don't think Jeff Gordon came away from his center, Scott Edwards, cleanly that time.
That'll move it back to the 29-yard line. And it'll set up a third and long, third and about 9. Clock still moving, 3:50 remaining to play third period. Marshwood leading at 15-8, ends in tight, wing to the near side of the field. They're trying to go straight ahead tonight, and there is nowhere to go.
Now the Biddeford defense doing a great job of containing Knight in the middle of that field.
So it'll set up a fourth and punting situation now for the Hawks. Line of scrimmage, their own 29-yard line, and barring any accidents here, Biddeford should get the football in pretty good field position as the Tigers defensively get the job done here. Tardif and Magnet back double safety as Knight will kick it away, and a good high kick by Knight. They'll just watch it bounce and let it roll.
Good Marshwood bounce.
And it'll roll all the way to the 30-yard line. So maybe a play where a fair catch should have been called for there.
42-yard punt that time by Steve Knight.
Oh, we talked about the breeze and the wind, and actually, as we said, with the exception of that one pass in the first half, I haven't seen any indication that the wind's bothered anybody out here, especially the kickers.
No, not at all. Both teams putting on a good show this afternoon.
Well, they are. We're seeing some exceptional football. 3 minutes, 2 seconds remaining to play third period. Marshwood has scored here in the third period to take the lead. Now at 15-8. They trailed 8-7 at halftime. They spot the football at the 29-yard line is where they have it now. As LeBlanc comes wide to the near side of the field, DeRocher to the far side. They send J.D. Bolya in motion on a first down play. St. Ange, a little bit of an opening, bangs his way out to the 35 and maybe the 36-yard line. Parent upset about something.
Jason Parent came flying in there. He is upset about something downfield. I don't know if there was some hitting going on off the ball or not, but something fired him up. St. Ange again running the ball effectively up the middle of the line of Marshwood.
They spread him out and they send that fullback right up the middle. Not a big guy. He's about 185 pounds, 5'8", but he's had a good afternoon running with the football. Biddeford now on their own 35-yard line, 2nd and 5. Motion this time is McDermott. And again, St. Ange, but this time no place to go. K.C. Powers, one of the guys leading the charge.
Mike Adamits was also in there.
They'll give him a gain of almost a couple. They put it out close to the 37-yard line. So we've got a third down play coming up. St. Ange unofficially with 14 carries this afternoon and 55 rushing yards. They have to get the football out to about the 40-yard line, just shy of it. So we'll call it